It's time for Frisco League Baseball today. It's the Iberia Rangers hosting the Belle Tigers. Our game brought to you by the Bank of Crocker, Memorial Chapels of Waynesville, St. Robert, and Morris Ford, Security Banks of Pulaski County, Seeger Toyota, Phelps Health, Air Serv Heating and Air, the Bank of Iberia, Lowe Chevrolet, Shelter Insurance Agents, John Gregory and Crocker, and Dave Holland in Richland, and the Marys County Bank. Let's play ball in Rocktown. Turn on the heat. Call Air Serv Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at Air Serv Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply, and pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple, $4.49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Let's just try not to embarrass ourselves and everything will be fine.
Is that a Pepsi Vanilla?
Oh no, please not here, not now.
Oh, too late. Steve. It's flavor time, baby, and we're coming to you live with the smoothest cat in the city, Pepsi Vanilla.
No, it's not flavor time.
With a flavor so rich and a taste so smooth. It's delicious. It's refreshing.
Dude, seriously, does this always have to happen when you drink Pepsi Vanilla?
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Pepsi Vanilla, now available in zero sugar. That's what I like.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, You really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
And once again, truly, welcome back here to Hopper Field in Iberia. Understand we had some technical difficulties, but I fixed it all up. We are here in Iberia, awaiting the start of today's varsity baseball matchup. It is the Iberia Rangers and the Belle Tigers. Connor Harbin here with you once more, 97.9 The Source. Of course, we are just about to get going here. Our coaches meeting at home plate with our umpires for the day. Of course, it will be Belle to the plate up first, and Iberia, they will be out in the field. So let's go ahead and get you your starting lineups here for today's contest. First, for the Rangers, they are 3-0 currently on the season, coming off of a win in extra innings at Eugene, an 8-inning game. They won that one 8-6. So 3-0 on the season. Take a look at their starting lineup. It will be batting leadoff for the Rangers, Hayden Martin. Martin going to be out in center field. Batting second will be the pitcher in Hunter Piggott. Batting third, your first baseman in Jaden Rowden. And then batting cleanup, that'll be the man behind the plate in Logan Seal. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Noah Riemann-Snyder. Batting sixth will be your left fielder in Tanner Patterson. Batting seventh, the second baseman Isaac Duncan. Batting eighth, the right fielder Connor Drace. And then batting ninth and playing third base, that'll be Brady Blankenship. Of course, Iberia, like I said, 3-0 wins over Eugene, Osage, and Central, Springfield Central on the year. A 19-run game against the Bulldogs back on March the 21st. So this Iberia team, they can definitely score some runs. Yet to score under 7 runs in a game here this season. So we're going to take ourselves another break. Looks like we're going to try to play the national anthem here in Iberia. We'll come back with that. I'll have your Belle starting lineup, and we'll get going here in Iberia. But again, back in a few minutes, you're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Iberia Baseball, right here on 97.9 The Source.
As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
When it comes to great deals on the best-selling trucks 46 years running, Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert has your back. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to come in during Ford Truck Month. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on new 2022 F-150s, or choose 3.9 for 72 months plus a $1,000 Ford rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. For a truckload of savings, don't miss Truck Month going on now at Ed Morse Ford St. Robert. Get backed by Morse today. Offer ends March 31st.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
Once again, back out here at Hopper Field in Iberia, where again, we're just about to get going here. Iberia already out in the field. Of course, Belle, they'll be up to bat first in our second game of the season. Of course, our first here on 97.9 The Source. Our season, mostly Waynesville, but we've got a few stops here and there in some of our Frisco League schools. Iberia, the first one to get on the air as they take on the Belle Tigers. Iberia 3-0 on the season. Belle, they are 1-1. And, of course, looking at your Belle starting lineup for today, batting leadoff, that'll be your second baseman, Henry Blake. And, how about Blake Henry? And then batting second, your pitcher, that'll be Cameron Newton. Batting third, well, you'll have the designated hitter, Clayton Shockley. You'll also have out in left Logan Stratman. That is going to be the DH spot for Belle. Batting cleanup will be your third baseman, Carter Kincaid. Batting fifth, the catcher, Hank Stratman. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Zane Strunk. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Caden Robinson. Batting eighth, your shortstop, Garrett Gellert. And then batting ninth, the right fielder, Isaiah Solinger. So, stepping up to the plate, Blake Henry. He will get us going here. Again, Hunter Piggott on the mound for the Rangers. Right-handed pitcher will be working out of the windup. First pitch on the way. A little bit low, a little bit outside as well. And the count will go to 1-0. Again, Connor Harbin here with you, 97.9 The Source. Glad you could join me here. Looks like I've figured out those technical issues we had at the top of the broadcast. 1-0 pitch, too high. Makes that 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Now the next offering from Piggott. That one also high. And this game will start with a 3-0 count. Again, we talked about Iberia. Lots of runs on the season. 8 runs in the win against Eugene. Back on the 27th, literally just yesterday. 3-0's dropped in. That'll be called strike one. Belle, meanwhile, their last time out. That was a 5-1 loss yesterday against South Callaway. 3-1 pitch inside. That's ball 4. And Henry will draw the walk. Did not have to wait long for our game's first base runner today. And with Henry aboard, that brings us to our second batter, the pitcher, Cameron Newton. Piggott now going to switch over to the stretch now. Henry about a 2-3 step lead over on first. First pitch. Wanted to go around on it. Held up in time, though. It's going to be ball 1. Of course, Belle's other game against Rolla, part of that Stoutland Spring Classic that ended up getting canceled because of the weather last week. Did win that game against Rolla, 8-3. 1-0 count here at the plate. Nobody out, man on first. Next pitch, low and away. 2-0. Piggott having a little bit of trouble finding the zone here early on, as he falls behind here in this second at-bat of the contest. 2-0 now on the way. That one's going to be hit. Line drive, right center. That's going to get down. Picked up in center field out there by Martin. Rounding second, that's going to be Henry. And he will find his way into third. It'll be runners at the corners. Nobody out in a single here for Cameron Newton. That ball looked to jump off the bat. Thought that one was going to go farther than it ended up going. But it is enough to get Henry over to third now. Let the Tigers threaten to score their very first run. So we'll see if Piggott's able to work around this situation here. So that brings us to the designated hitter in Clayton Shockley. Shockley, right-handed batter. First offering from Piggott. Looked good. Maybe a bit outside. 1-0. Again, big thank you to all of our sponsors. I guess my passionate appeal to our sponsors at the top of the broadcast fell on deaf ears. Here's a swing and a fly ball sent out towards center. It's deep. Moving under it, though, is Martin. Reaches up and makes the grab. Should be deep enough to score a run. Henry takes off for home plate. He'll find his way in. It's a sacrifice fly, and Belle will take themselves a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. So Newton holds up over at first. Again, Henry will come around to score. And the Tigers lead this one, 1-0. 3 batters in to the top of the first. Simple enough. So give Shockley the RBIs. That brings us to Carter Kincaid. First pitch, watches it go by for a called strike one. Of course, very early on in this one, should make sure whether we're playing a 9 or 7 today. Played 9 last time out over in Waynesville. Realized I forgot to ask about that. might be important. Down the stretch, 0-1, another good-looking pitch. That one's also taken. And Piggott finds himself well ahead in the count now. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Next pitch. Too low in the dirt. Briefly gets away from Logan Seal behind the plate, but he's able to run it down. Stands over on first. We go 1-2. Again, Seal behind the plate. Piggott on the mound. Jaden Rowden over at first. Isaac Duncan at second. Next 2-strike pitch on the way. Too far outside. Throw down to first. Not going to be in time. Newton dives back in. 2-2. Noah Riemann-Snyder over at short. And let me try that one again. Brady Blankenship over at third. Pickoff throw over to first, and they got Newton caught in a rundown. Going to run him down over there. Rowden going to flip it over to second. The tag's applied, and that'll be out number 2. So Newton caught in a rundown. So he's tagged out. Good pickoff move over there by Piggott. Might have noticed Newton was a little slow to get back to the bag a couple times earlier in this at-bat. He got him. 2-2 count here at the plate. Now can maybe get out of the inning with minimal damage. Here is that 2-strike pitch. Ground ball back to the mound. Piggott has it. He'll trot over to first. He'll flip it over to Rowden. And that'll take care of things here in the first. But it's Belle on the board first. A sacrifice fly. Clayton Shockley picks up the RBI as the Belle Tigers take a 1-0 lead. 1 run on a 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was nobody left on base. We'll take 60 seconds. We'll move into the bottom of the first. We'll see the Rangers to the plate for the first time in this one. Back in 60, you're listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on 97.9 The Source.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet off I-44 exit 156 in Waynesville.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here once more at Hopper Field in Iberia. On the mound, Cameron Newton warming up. Got on base in the top of the first, but was picked off. Now going to look to, keep this lead that the Belle Tigers have built. They lead after the first half inning, 1-0. A sacrifice fly getting it done, coming off of that single. So we'll see what Iberia has here, as once again it'll be Martin, Piggott, and Rowden stepping here to the plate. They will face Newton as once again Tigers look for their second win. Belle looking for their second. Iberia looking for their fourth. Looking to start the season 4-0. And we talked about it. These two teams normally used to success. Iberia last season 16-4. Belle, meanwhile, I believe just a couple games under 500 last year. Yeah, 6-8 in 2022. But Belle traditionally a team that does get to around that 500 line, and well, you take a look back, maybe 4 or 5 years, 19-6 back in 2018, 15-8 in 2019, kind of getting back, or trying to get back to the level of success they had about 5 years ago. But here's Hayden Meitner. He will step in, batting from the right-hand side of the plate. Again, Newton, a right-handed batter and a right-handed pitcher here as well. So righty v righty to begin the bottom of the first. In this 1-0 ball game. First offering from Newton. Swung on, fouled off to the backstop. It's 0-1. And Connor Harbin here with you on this rather chilly Tuesday. We'll have the coats, jackets, hoodies below us. What is a fairly good-sized crowd here at Hooper Field, excuse me. I don't know what I've been saying this entire time, but it is what it is. Here's a high fly ball sent out toward left center. On the run is Robertson, but that one's off the wall. It's going to be extra bases here for Martin. Heading into second now is Martin, and it'll be a leadoff double. So Martin getting things started in a big way here for Iberia. He stands now in scoring position. And that brings us on over now to the pitcher, Hunter Piggott. Of course, I've been here in Iberia several times, mostly looking to my left over at Law Softball Field. First time here at, well, technically Hooper Field. It's all just one big area here in Iberia. But a nice field. I'll tell you the dimensions here in just a moment after we saw that almost home run. Ricochets off the fence on the fly. Definitely caught all of it. Pickoff throw over to second, but Martin gets back safely. As Newton looks to deliver the first pitch to Piggott. Martin dancing around over there on second. Here is the pitch. One hops the plate, goes to the backstop. That's going to be a wild pitch, and that's going to allow Martin to move on over to third. So the wild pitch means Iberia is just 90 feet away from tying this one up here in the bottom of the first. A 1-0 count here to Piggott. Both pitchers batting in the second slot tonight. But Piggott at the moment ahead in the count. Newton from the stretch, the 1-0. Fires it in. Too high, 2-0. After Piggott would be Jaden Rowden. Big first baseman over there. In the hole at the moment, Logan Seal. Cleanup batter and the catcher. Here comes a 2-0 now. Swung on, missed, throw down to third. Not going to be in time. Martin gets back in, but now a 2-1 count. So Newton gets the strike back, but now a time called behind the plate. One of our umpires drifting his way over toward the Iberia dugout. Not quite sure what this is all about. So Martin now steps off the bag. Oh, looks like we have to wrap him up there. Looks like maybe some blood, maybe a cut. So I'll have to stop play here for just a moment. Wants to open it up, sliding back into third on that pickoff throw. As Newton keeps himself warmed up, I remind you, this is one of two games I'll have for you this week. Hopefully one of two games I'll have for you this week. Of course, we've got storms moving into the area, supposedly on Friday. Friday is our next scheduled game. Waynesville at home taking on Sullivan. Of course, I'll be out at Wayne Bandy Baseball Field if that game goes through. First pitch, I believe, 4:30. As with most of the games this season, will either be 4:30 or 5. But we'll have that for you. And of course, it'll be over on our sister station, Z102.3. So do keep that in mind. Most Waynesville games this season will be over on 102.3. As far as our Frisco League games go, just kind of maybe play it a little bit by ear. Just kind of depends on the range, the signal, what the Cardinals are doing that day. Of course, if Cardinals baseball's over on 97.9, we need to be over on 102.3, but it all just kind of depends. So make sure you listen in. We'll make sure you keep you up to date with Marv and myself talking about it each and every day. So we're going to get back to action here. Hayden Martin still over on third. Nobody out. Second batter in the bottom of the first. 2-1 count. Hunter Piggott at the plate. Next pitch in from Newton. Check swing, held it up. Pitch too low, ball 3. Again, 1-0. 1-0 our score. Sacrifice fly in the top of the first. Here's the 3-1 now. Swung on, shallow line drive, caught on a rope, and that'll be it here for Piggott. Lines out to the second baseman, Blake Henry. One down, but still a runner over on third. And that brings us now on over to Jaden Rowden. So I'm playing Rowden in the winter, basketball season and whatnot. We shift on over to the spring and baseball season once more. See what he can do here. Again, that runner standing just 90 feet away. First pitch. Breaking ball, low and away, ball one. 3:30 to deep center here at Hooper Field. 3:45 to right center. Actually, the farthest part of the baseball field. Don't see that every day. 3:20 to left center. Next pitch. Good looking breaking ball. Left it just a bit too far inside, though. It's 2-0. 3:05 to straightaway left field. I can't see the signage over there in the corner, but I can tell you over and down the right field line, 3:16. Obviously, this field not symmetrical, so I'll have to maybe find that in between innings. Next pitch, the 2-0, caught the corner, 2-1. Two balls, one strike here to Rowden. Again, one away after the line out. Next pitch on the way. Again, going to that breaking ball. This time stays high. It's 3-1. On deck, Logan Seal. In the hole, shortstop, Noah Remensnyder. See if we get that far, though. Next pitch on the way to Rowden. That one swung on. Hard hit line drive toward left center. That's going to score the run. Rowden's got himself the RBI. It's going to be a one-out single. And this game's back to tied now here in the bottom of the first. It's 1-1. So Rowden picks himself up the early RBI. Martin jogs his way in from third. I mean, we'll see if Iberia can keep it going here. Still have 2 outs to work with. Here comes again the catcher, Logan Seal. So Seal, another right-handed batter. He settles in. Rowden takes his lead over on first. Newton looking over the shoulder. Now the first pitch. It's too high. Ball one. So a 1-0 count. Seal again settles in. Straightaway stance. 1-0. Same spot. Same result. 2-0. Few clouds in the sky. Wind. Not much of it today. Gotta say, that's definitely welcome with the temperatures being what they are. There's a pickoff throw over to first. Rowden, though, gets back safely. Both these teams, one more game this week. Here in a couple days, Iberia will be back here, playing host to the St. Elizabeth Hornets. 2-0 now, swung on, ground ball, third base side, but foul, 2-1. Belle, meanwhile, well, they'll stay on the road. They've got New Haven, actually. I lied to you, they've got 2 more games after this one. They'll then play on Friday at home against Dixon. Bulldogs coming to town. 2-1 count here to Seal, 1 away, runner on first. Newton fires in the fastball, too low though, 3-1. Iberia perhaps now just one more errant pitch away from putting a runner in scoring position once more. Would be the go-ahead run. Still plenty of baseball obviously left to be played. But runs never an unwelcome thing. Here is the 3-1. Newton delivers. High fly ball sent out towards left. Going back on it is Logan Stratman, but he looks up and it's over the wall. Home run. So the cleanup hitter comes through in the spot, 2-run homer. And the Iberia Rangers, they take themselves a 3-1 lead. High towering fly ball hit out toward the shortest part of the ballpark. It's just 305 to straightaway left. But if it's over the fence, it's over the fence. You'll take all the home runs you can get. as Iberia takes itself a 2-run lead. We talked about it. This is a team that scores runs, and they've done it here in this bottom of the first. Base is now empty here, 3-1 lead. Here comes the shortstop, Noah Remensnyder. First pitch to Remensnyder. He'll send one out toward right field. That's another base hit. Off the leg of the right fielder Solinger, but it will remain a single. And Iberia's right back to it here. Man on first for the left fielder, Tanner Patterson. Fourth hit of the inning now for Iberia. And we'll see if they can keep it going here in the bottom of the lineup. Patterson, our first left-handed batter today. He settles in, straightaway stance. The right-handed Newton delivers. Down the middle, strike one. Of course, I knew Patterson was a left-hander. Basketball season and whatnot. Called plenty of Iberia basketball. That'll happen when you're there for the holiday tournament and whatnot. Did not get a chance to see the Belle Tigers during basketball season. Here's a ball flown out toward left, but foul. And we go 0-2. Or saw Belle during softball season. Just over to our left. Part of district play. Getting a chance to see the baseball team today. 0-2, Newton looking back over his shoulder. Pitch delivered, too high. Taking off for second is, Remensnyder, but he is going to be out. Remensnyder tagged out for out number 2. Good throw behind the plate, Hank Stratman. Able to fire it in. And so, the base paths are now cleared. And now 2 outs, 2 strikes. See a quick end to this inning. Here is that 1-2 on the way. Hard hit ground ball, first base side, but foul. And we stay here at 1-2. But still 3 runs across for Iberia. It's been a rather long first inning. Belle puts up a run on the board. Iberia comes back with 3 of their own. Here is the next 2-strike pitch. It is just outside. Ball 2. Went back to that breaking ball there, but left it just off the plate. 2s across the board. 2-2-2. Newton from the windup. The next pitch. Hard hit ground ball back up the middle into center field. Make that a 5th hit for Iberia here in this inning. And they'll put that man back over on first now. Still with 2 outs. So Patterson over on first now, and we see a 7th batter in this inning. Here comes the second baseman. It's Isaac Duncan. So Duncan will look to keep it going here. Again, now a 5-hit inning for the Rangers. So Newton moves on back over to the stretch. First a pickoff throw. Not going to be in time. Patterson gets back in. Here is the first pitch of the at-bat. Certainly taking his time looking over there. Now delivers inside, ball 1. Fooled me a little bit there. Trying to time it out, but must have saw something over that shoulder of his. 1-0 here to Duncan. Again, 7th batter in this Iberia lineup. 1-0 now on its way. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss is kind of a rarity here in this first. That might have been the first. But Newton blows it by Duncan there to even up the count. On deck here, Connor Drace. Brady Blankenship in the hole. Another pickoff throw to first, not in time. And our score, 3-1. One now on its way. Too low. A little bit outside as well, off the plate, 2-1. Two outs. Patterson about a two-step lead over on first. Next pitch, line drive, right field line, but it hooks foul. And once again, the count evens up here, 2-2. So Duncan will look to straighten that out a little bit. Maybe put a little more oomph behind it. Dare say straighten that one out. Might be caught by one of the middle infielders. We will see. 2-2 on its way. Taking off for second is Patterson, but it will not matter as Duncan swings and misses for the strikeout to end the inning. So Newton gets his first strikeout, but a good inning for Iberia. They pick up 3 runs, capped off by that 2 RBI home run, that 2-run home run. Logan Seal getting it done behind the plate, and again, they lead by 2 here at 3-1. 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll be back here in 60 seconds. Top of the second on the way. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on 97.9 The Source.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple for $49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Getting back to it here in the top of the second, here again at Hooper Field in Iberia. The Rangers lead this one 3-1 over the Belle Tigers, but Belle back to the plate, looking to work and add upon that 1 run they picked up back in the first. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source, as once again stepping in, it'll be Hank Stratman. Catcher, batting from the right-hand side, watching the first pitch up high. It's ball 1. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Hunter Piggott still on the mound. Able to work around the leadoff walk and the single. Ended up giving up just the 1 run. Next pitch. Too high. We go 2-0. He's able to find himself a pickoff. Did give up the sacrifice fly, but all in all, able to work around it. Here's a ground ball over to second. Over at second, Duncan scoops it up. Throw to Rowden's in time. And it's a quick 4-3 put out to begin the top of the second. So Stratman's retired. And that brings us now to the first baseman, Zane Strunk. Strunk settling in right-hand side of the plate. Piggott delivers. First pitch, slow roller, kind of a swinging bunt. There to pick it up behind the plate is Seal, but the throw to first is in time. And that's going to be a quick out, number 2. So Piggott not needing a whole lot of pitches here to pick up the first 2 outs. That time a 2-3 put out. It's 2 outs and 3 pitches. 4 pitches, excuse me. First one came on the 2-0. First pitch here now to Aiden Robertson. High and inside, ball 1. Robertson, 7th batter of the lineup. 1-0 now One hops the plate, gets away from Seal. Nobody on to take advantage of it. Simply 2-0. Looking for the 1-2-3 inning is Iberia. 2-0 this time, too high, and it's 3-0. Wind now blowing a little bit out towards center field. Still not a very powerful wind out there. Next pitch, right down the pipe, strike one. Robertson definitely taking that one all the way. Here's the one-strike pitch. That one swung on, missed. And from 3-0, we fight back now to our game's first full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Working quickly now, the payoff pitch. Pop fly up high. Listen for the sound. There you go. Off the press box, we stay at 3-2. So how about the next payoff pitch? Our second offering at 3-2. Breaking ball looks just outside, ball 4. Well, that might have been the strikeout pitch, but Robertson does draw the walk. He moves on over to first. And we're still 2 away. That brings us to shortstop Garrett Gellert. Left-handed batter. First one we've seen from this Belle lineup. First pitch, caught the corner, strike one. After Gellert, Isaiah Sullinger, and then that brings us back to the top of the Tiger lineup. Of course, we will see 8, 9, and 1. Back the other way for the Rangers. Will definitely return to the top of the lineup. Come bottom of the second. 0-1, misses the zone, 1-1 now. Pickoff throw over to first. Robertson dives back in. One pitch. Fastball. Too high. 2-1. Not the largest strike zone we've seen. Definitely have to put it in there. Here's a swing. Foul ball off toward the left. Off toward the softball field. 2-2. Of course, one of the beauties of baseball. Every zone's just a little bit different. Theoretically, should it be? No. But every umpire is going to see things just a little bit differently. You've got to adjust. 2-2. Pitch maybe outside, but catching it, putting it in fair territory. That'll be Gellert rounding first. He'll have himself a single. That ball right on the line. Reached out for that one. But he made it work as he slaps it down the line, and so it'll be first and second now. Here with still 2 outs for the 9th batter in the lineup, Isaiah Sullinger. Sullinger adjusting the batting gloves. He'll step in, batting from the right-hand side. Again, first and second. Tying run on the base paths now, over on first. And again, Piggott trying to limit the damage after picking up those 2 quick outs to begin the inning. By limit the damage, I mean completely cut out the damage. Obviously has given up no runs just yet, but the first pitch, Sullinger's down low for ball 1. 1-0 now from the stretch. Too high this time, 2-0. Blake Henry on deck. He represents the lone run at the moment here for the Tigers. Drew that leadoff walk in the top of the first. 2-0 delivered outside, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Next pitch, too high once more. It's a 4-pitch walk, and these bases are loaded. 2 walks and a single. And now Iberia finds itself in just a little bit of trouble. Still can get out of it, but now need to retire the leadoff batter here in Blake Henry. We'll see if the Rangers can get it done. Working from the windup once more is Pickett. First pitch, down the middle, strike 1. Robertson on third. Gellert on second. Sullinger on first. And Henry at the plate. Looking for a first official at-bat. One plate appearance today. Again, like I mentioned earlier, drew that leadoff walk. 0-1 this time outside. It's 1-1. 2 hits. First time through the lineup for Belle. Next offering. That one's too high. Ball 2. A walk here, obviously. Brings in the run. Tying run currently at second. 2-1. Again, too high. 3-1. Hitters count. Henry can afford to be a little picky here. Good eye is very important. Next pitch, the one-strike pitch. Caught the corner. We go full. Now we get to see my favorite play in all of baseball, the carousel, if you will. 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded, everybody's running. Piggott going to the windup. Everybody takes off. The pitch outside, ball 4, and it's a one-run game. Third walk of the inning given up here by Piggott. And again, the lead's cut to 1. It's 3-2. Base is still loaded, still with 2 outs, and it looks like we might have ourselves a pitching change. Being called in from center field, Hayden Martin. Looks like he might be our next pitcher here. We will see. Presume that'll be the case, but tell you what, we'll just go ahead and take a timeout anyway. I'll tell you about the new pitcher, regardless of who it may be, when we come back. We'll take ourselves 60 seconds. Bases loaded here in a 3-2 ball game. Iberia leads by 1. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on 97.9 The Source.
Let's just try not to embarrass ourselves and everything will be fine.
Is that a Pepsi Vanilla?
Oh no, please not here, not now.
Oh, too late. Steve, it's flavor time, baby, and we're coming to you live with the smoothest cat in the city, Pepsi Vanilla.
No, it's not flavor time.
With a flavor so rich and a taste so smooth. It's delicious. It's refreshing.
Dude, seriously, does this always have to happen when you drink Pepsi Vanilla?
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Pepsi Vanilla, now available in 0 sugar. That's what I like.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
So back to it here. Hayden Martin, the new pitcher, going through his warm-up tosses. Right-handed pitcher. He will inherit a rather sticky situation here. But fortunately for the Rangers, they still have a way to escape this inning with the lead. 2 outs, bases loaded. They lead this one 3-2 over Belle. It was a 1-for-1 trade. No, excuse me. It looks like we did have a bit of defensive shifting. From what I see out there, Hunter Piggott now playing over at short. You have Tanner Patterson in center. So the question I do have is now who's out there in left? But we can figure it all out here momentarily. But from what I can see out there, it is Patterson in center and Piggott over at short. But we'll get going here in just a moment. Again, 3 walks given up in this inning. 2 down. The first 2 batters of the inning were retired. A ground out to second, a ground out to the catcher's seal. But then the trouble began. A walk, a single, another walk, and then a second straight walk to Henry, his second walk of the game. And that's put a run on the board here for the Tigers. So before we get to it here again, Hayden Martin, who had to wrap up his arm earlier, back in the first. They'll have to reapply that tape. As he removes the sleeve on his left arm, he'll go through another couple of warm-up pitches. So again, as we wait for Martin to warm up here, want to remind you, our second game this week coming up on Friday. We know there is a possibility of some thunderstorms. We'll see how that develops. But should have Waynesville Tiger baseball for you on Friday if those storms hold on. They play Sullivan and that'll be at Waynesville. Of course, that'll also be over on 102.3. All Waynesville Tiger baseball games, as far as I'm aware, will be over on 102.3 this season. Of course, our first broadcast, Waynesville Lakeway. Waynesville picking up the victory in that one, the run rule. We've played a couple more games since that point. But for the most part, we're covering Waynesville home games. Do have one trip near the end of the year. Kind of a hybrid Waynesville-Frisco League kind of broadcast for you. Now Martin will come jogging off the mound here. But now we'll get going here, I think, for sure. I'm starting to run out of break material. Here we go. Alrighty, so base is still loaded. Back to the plate, Cameron Newton. 1 for 1 in today's ball game. Martin, first pitch, low and away. It's ball 1. Gellert on third, Sillinger on second, Henry on first. Next pitch to Newton. Too high, ball 2. Newton, of course, 1 for 1, had a single, ended up being picked off. Got caught in a rundown, tagged out over at second. 2-0 now on the way. Looks good. And is called as such. That's strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Martin looks to fight back in the count. Now the 2-1 also finds the corner here. Good pitch, good location there. Not much you can do with that spot. It's 2-2. I don't know about you or anybody else who might be listening. Low and away. Not my favorite spot back when I used to play. There's a breaking ball. That stays too high. 3-2. So we'll do it again. Full count, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Everybody's running. I'm being spoiled. The old carousel once more. Here comes the payoff pitch from Martin. From the stretch. And it's a pop-up. Drifting off toward foul territory. Who's got it? Martin has it. He'll make the grab. And he'll limit the damage to just the 1 run. So, few walks given up in the inning, but only 1 run comes across here for the Belle Tigers. They do cut into that deficit. 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors, and there were 3 runners left on base. So, we move on now to the bottom of the second here at Hooper Field in Iberia. The Rangers hold on to this lead. It's 3-2. We'll be back here in 60 seconds. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, 97.9 The Source.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
Bottom of the second on the way here in Iberia. 3-2 our score. 1 run picked up by Belle in the top half of the inning. See if Iberia can add a few more runs to their total. 5 hits in that first inning. Had their way with starting pitcher Cameron Newton, but we'll see if they can keep that going here. It'll be 8, 9, and 1. So we will see the top of the lineup back once more for Iberia. But first, it is going to be, I believe, still out in right field. I believe that's still going to be Connor Drace. We know it is Drace. But again, still kind of trying to figure out who shifted over there. So getting back to it here. Cameron Newton still on the mound, delivering the first pitch. Low and away. 4-1. Again, we know Hunter Piggott now sits over at shortstop. And I believe Tanner Patterson moved over to center field. Martin on the mound. That does leave me with one player to figure out. 1-0 now. On the way to Drace. Hard hit ground ball over to third. No, picked up by Kinkead. His throw to first in time. That'll be out number 1. So Drace Gowns out 5-3. Here to begin the bottom of the second. And that brings us to the number 9 hitter in Brady Blankenship. Actually, I might be able to figure that out. Might be Remensnyder. Just kind of going by process of elimination there. No longer at short. But I guess we'll see. Watch for it when we get to the in-between here. First pitch to Blankenship. Fastball caught the lower outside corner. Strike 1. Blankenship again, left-handed batter. Batting in that number 9 slot. Back to the top after this. Next pitch, outside. Evens it up, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away here in this bottom of the second. 3-2 ball game. Newton's next pitch. Swung on, chopped it foul to the backstop, 1-2. Chain link fence. No padding here at Hooper. You get to see it all. Of course, way up in the sky here in the press box, it overlooks the baseball and the softball field. 2-strike pitch. Good looking breaking ball, but inside it goes. Might be the angle I'm looking at it from, but it goes 2-2. Slightly to the right of home plate. So I'll be the first one to admit, can't see it straight away. Here is the next 2-strike pitch. Another ground ball sent over towards short. Gellert has it, throw to first. Hard throw, good catch, and that'll be out number 2. So Drace and Blankenship, they both make contact, but they both lead the ground outs. First 2 are away. And back to the top of the lineup now. It's going to be, once again, Hayden Martin. Martin got things going in that top of the first, or excuse me, the bottom of the first. A leadoff double. He would later come around to score. So 1-1 in today's game. First pitch from Newton. Breaking ball. It stays, caught the corner. Strike 1. Maybe I'm just not good at this whole thing. I always knew I'd be a terrible umpire. That's why I don't do it. 0-1. That one's also in there for strike 2. So 0-2 now as our umpire comes out from behind the plate to talk things over with Martin. Tell you what, Martin's been the center of several delays in this one. As he removes the batting gloves here, and well, is it about the sleeve again? It is. So he'll remove it. He'll put the gloves back on and we'll step back for the 0-2. 2 outs, 2 strikes here in this bottom of the second. Not quite sure what the issue is with the sleeve, but I don't even really know the Misha rule book and all that anyway. So here we go. 0-2 now from Newton. Ground ball back to the mound. Newton has it on a hop. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that'll be the end of the bottom of the second. Our first 1-2-3 inning. Cameron Newton able to really kind of calm himself down after that first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Into the third inning we go. Still 3-2 our score. Iberia still leads by 1. Back in 60 seconds, you're listening to Frisco League Baseball, 97.9 The Source.
As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
When it comes to great deals on the best-selling trucks 46 years running, Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert has your back. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to come in during Ford Truck Month. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on new 2022 F-150s, or choose 3.9 for 72 months plus a $1,000 Ford rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. For a truckload of savings, don't miss Truck Month going on now at Ed Morse Ford St. Robert. Get backed by Morse today. Offer ends March 31st.
Into a new inning here at Hooper Field in Iberia. 3-2 our score. The Rangers, they lead by 1, but Belle back to the plate. A run in each of their first 2 trips to the plate. We'll see if they can continue the trend and possibly tie this one up. And again, it is going to be Hayden Martin on the mound. He enters his second inning of work, replacing starter Hunter Piggott. We'll see if he's able to keep those Tigers off the board. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. It's going to be 3, 4, and 5. Meat of the lineup coming up here for the Tigers in this half inning. It all starts with the designated hitter. It'll be Clayton Shockley. Shockley, right-handed batter. Belle's RBI, or an RBI his last time up, should say, not the sole RBI. But either way, he watches the first pitch in for strike 1. In fact, the RBI goes to Blake Henry through the walk in the second. Next pitch, above the head of Shockley. It's 1-1. So back in left field, by the way, we did figure it out. It is Noah Riemann-Snyder. Riemann-Snyder moved over to left. Everybody just kind of rotate around a little bit. Here's a swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. Piggott at short, Riemann-Snyder in left. Tanner Patterson out in center field. Again, Hayden Martin on the mound. The 1-2 now. Swung on. Hard hit ground ball toward the Iberia dugout. We'll stay where we are. It's 1-2. No strikeouts just yet for Iberia, despite the lead. Gotten their work done in the field today. A few ground outs here and there. Fly balls. Pop-ups. Here is that 2-strike pitch. Looking for it, and there it is. A foul tip into the glove of Seal. And Martin's got himself the strikeout. Swinging strikeout, if you will. And that brings us now to the third baseman in Carter Kinkead. So Kinkead settles in 0 for 1. Grounded out to the pitcher. His first trip up. First one heads inside. It's ball 1. That ended the top half of the first. But he does get a second crack at it here. 1 away, base paths empty. Next pitch, this time it's outside. Inside and out, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Next pitch, that one looks good, and it is 2-1. After Kinkead, Hank Stratman. In the hole, Zane Strunk. One now, hard hit line drive. That gets through the gap. Out in the left field, base hit. Kinkead rounds first, but he'll stay there. Third hit of the game here for the Tigers. 1 hit in each inning now, and there'll be a man on first with 1 away. The cleanup hitter comes up with the 1-out single, and that brings us to hitter number 5, Hank Stratman, the catcher. Also 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to second to begin the second. First pitch, it's too low. Throw on over to first, but it sails out into right field. Kinkead not going to go, though. So no harm, no foul. It'll just be 1-0. Seal trying to pick off Kinkead over at first after the pitch. Now here's a pickoff throw from Martin. But Kinkead a little more aware this time. He'll get back. The throw was good. It might have been a bang-bang play over there at the bag. Definitely had a reason to throw down. But the throw is just off the target. Here's a line drive now out toward right. And that gets down for a base hit. 2 straight singles here. First multi-hit inning now for the Tigers. It'll be first and second with 1 away. Stratman comes up for it. And now here is the very very large hitter in Zane Strunk. Strunk settles in right-hand side. Definitely one of the tallest players on the field today. Fitting that he would be the first baseman. First pitch inside, ball one. Not a good guesstimation. Not a good guesser down there, but I'll tell you he's above 6 feet. Sounds good to me. 1-0. Fastball swung on and missed. Now numbers high. Strunk may have chased that one a bit. It's 1-1. After Strunk would be Caden Robertson. But here's a swing. Foul ball to the backstop. 1-2. Double play, of course, would get Iberia out of the inning. Kincaid, he represents the tying run over at second. Strunk finding a way, trying to find a way to bring him around. Hitting the gap would do it, I do believe. Just getting it to the outfield's a good start. Here is that fly ball out toward right field. That gets down, and that'll almost certainly score the run, and maybe two. Kincaid's rounding third, as does Stratman. They're going to go for it, and they'll have it. Strong heading over toward third. The throw's coming in, and it's going to be not in time. It's a 2 RBI triple. And Belle will take themselves a 4-3 lead here in the third. Iberia playing their outfielders in a little bit. And Strunk cleared him. Cleared Drace over there and right. So for the first time in this one, Iberia finds itself trailing. Actually, second time in this one, Iberia finds itself trailing. First time since the top of the first. Kincaid and Stratman score. Strunk now stands over on third. Bell might not be done just yet. Still an opportunity. As Caden Robertson stands in. So 4-3 now our score. First pitch to Robinson. Up high for ball one. Working from the stretch now. Martin's next pitch. Hard hit line drive over towards short. Played on a hop though. Throw over to first is going to be in time. That's out number 2. But meanwhile, Strunk does come in from third. He will score, make that 5-3 now in favor of Belle. So 6-3 the ground out. But now a 2-run Tiger advantage. Base paths empty, 2 outs. First pitch here to Garrett Gellert. It's too low, ball one. Next pitch outside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes here to the left-handed Gellert. 1 for 1 in today's game. Next pitch, line drive, left field. Nope, excuse me. Not a good judge of distance, caught by the shortstop Piggott to end the inning. 3 runs across for Belle here in this top of the third. 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was nobody left on base. Bottom of the third we go now here in Iberia. Rangers, they trail once more. 5-3 our score. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on 97.9 The Source.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
Back here once more at Hooper Field in Iberia. Bottom of the third here in this one. The Rangers, they find themselves trailing here in this one now. 5-3 our score. Iberia, their 3 runs in the first inning. Belle coming off of a 3-run inning here in the third. We'll see if the Rangers are able to kind of bring it back around. A 1-2-3 inning back in the second. But you do have 2, 3, and 4 coming to the plate. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Our second game of the season, our second broadcast of the season. Obviously, most teams getting in 2 or 3, maybe even 4 games at this point. If you're Lakeway, you've gotten in 5 games. I don't know how Lakeway has been able to avoid the rainouts, but they have. Hear that? They've got a lot of games scheduled in the early part of the season. First pitch to Hunter Piggott, drops in, strike 1. One of the beauties of baseball, you'll have teams playing lots of games. You'll have teams playing not so many games. Just kind of got to keep up. 0-1 now on the way. Outside, it's 1-1. Piggott, Rowden, and Seal all set to bat. Piggott a line out to second his first time up. 1-1 offering. Fly ball behind us toward the parking lot. 1-2. I think I parked in relative safety here today. It's going to take a monster effort to get it out there, I do believe. Two-strike pitch on the way. Outside now. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Piggott. Next pitch on the way, the 2-strike pitch, fouled off behind us. And we stay where we are, 2-2. Again, 5-3 our score. Belle, 1 run, 3 runs. Iberia, the 3 runs coming in the first. Next 2-2. Outside this time, 3-2. Leadoff base runner would be ideal for Iberia here in the third. Obviously, base runners usually ideal. Not often a bad thing. But now trailing by 2. I'd say that definitely works out for you. Next pitch, inside. That's ball 4. And so Piggott will draw the walk. So Piggott walks. He now stands over on first, on base for the first time tonight. Settling in now. Now be the big first baseman, Jaden Rowden. Rowden worked quickly last time we saw him. RBI single. Pickoff throw over to first, but Piggott gets back in safely. RBI single, later scored himself on the 2-run home run by Logan Seal. First pitch now on the way to Rowden. It's outside, ball 1. Just past the 6 o'clock hour. Remind you, you're listening in to 97.9 The Source. Next pitch. Caught the corner. And we go 1-1. Counts evened up here. Nobody away. One-strike pitch, comebacker to the mound. Throw's going to go to second for 1. Throw to first is going to be in time. Double play. So Belle will pull off the 1-6-3 put out. And that'll wipe Piggott off the base paths and retire Rowden as well. Nobody on, 2 away. Here for the catcher, Logan Seal. So Seal settles in, nobody on the base pass. Of course, 2 RBIs, 1 for 1 on the day. First pitch, watching it drop in, the breaking ball called for strike 1. 2-run home run over that left field fence. 305 out there. I believe he hit it about 310, if I'm being honest with you. No official numbers, but that'll do it out there. 0-1 pitch, missed the zone, 1-1 now. The Seal looks to keep this third inning alive. On deck, Noah Remensnyder. Next offering, outside for ball 2. So Seal back ahead in the count now, 2-1. Again, in this 5-3 ball game, plenty of scoring in the early stages. Next pitch, ground ball, third base side, but just foul. And again, the count evens up here at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Again, 2s across the board. Time called at the point. Seal steps out, now back in from the windup and the pitch. Another ground ball, third base side, and again foul. Try it again here at 2-2. Again, Cameron Newton still on the mound, by the way, if I didn't make myself clear at the top of the inning. A bit of a rough start to the game, but he's certainly calmed himself down a bit. Has a chance to get himself another scoreless inning. Next pitch, outside. We go full at 3-2. Got the 1-2-3 in the second. Might be able to do it again here. Not the straight 1, 2, and 3. But he did get the help of the double play. Here is the payoff pitch, 3-2. Line drive, right field. It's not going to happen this time. That's a base hit. Stratman has it out in left. But Seal, he'll have himself his second base hit of the day. This one, going to be a 2-out single. So Seal aboard, and that brings a tying run to the plate. That being the man now in left field, Noah Remensnyder. But before we get to Remensnyder, we're going to have a visit to the mound. Could that be it here for Newton? Or is it just going to be a quick visit here? We'll certainly see the outfielders going to get together out there in center field. We'll kind of just wait and see. We'll look to confirm who's up there on the mound. But again, just another reminder. Want to go ahead because I know it's been kind of a rough start, or at least with the weather, to getting our broadcasts on the air. We've got another game scheduled for Friday. Back at Wayne Bandy Baseball Field in Waynesville, straddling the border. Waynesville, St. Robert. Tigers nameplate host to Sullivan. Look forward to that one. Again, that'll be a 4:30 or 5 start. Just look for us in the 4 o'clock hour. Believe it's 5 o'clock. I'll have to look in between innings here. But again, that'll be over on our sister station, 102.3. First pitch here to Remensnyder. Chopped it. And we go 0-1. Seal on first on deck. Tanner Patterson. If Remensnyder keeps the inning alive. Pickoff throw over to first. Tag applied, but not in time. Seal dives back in. Few minutes past the 6 o'clock hour. This game already over an hour old. Next offering, delivered in, breaking ball, caught the outside edge for a strike. 0-2 the count now. Belle perhaps 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Here is that offering. Ground ball back to the mound. Newton scoops it up. He'll flip it over to first. Strunk has it. And that'll do it here for Iberia in this bottom of the third. So, remains a 2-run ball game as we head on into inning number 4. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and there was runner Well, there was one runner left over on base. Into the top of the fourth we go. Belle leads this one 5-3. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on 97.9 The Source.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Entering the top of the fourth here at Hooper Field in Iberia, Belle leads this one over the Rangers 5-3. Belle looking to add on to that lead as we again start the fourth inning of this one. Connor Harbin here with you. It's 97.9 The Source on this chilly Tuesday evening. Get a temperature check for you. See what we're looking at here at the moment. 50 degrees. Sun's out, not too much wind though, so ultimately not the worst kind of day. But still another chilly March afternoon for baseball. Hayden Martin still on the mound. He'll be the one to work into the fourth here for the Rangers. It'll be 9-1-2. Set to bat for the Tigers, Sullinger, Henry, and Newton. Once more, sending up 6 batters in the third inning. We'll try to do it again here. First pitch to Isaac Sullinger. Swung on and missed, and that'll be called strike one. Sullinger looking for an official at-bat today. Does have a plate appearance. He walked, but was later stranded on second in the second. Next pitch on the way is inside. And it goes 1-1. Even count, nobody away. Martin's next pitch too high. And Sullinger will get ahead in the count, 2-1. Again on deck, the leadoff batter, Blake Henry. See him for the third time. So here's a swing. Slow roller over toward third. Going to be a tough play. Blankenship unable to hang on to it. That'll be a base hit. Now Sullinger put it where they ain't. Very slow roller. And Iberia wasn't able to catch up upon. It's another single here for Belle. Got that leadoff runner aboard here with nobody out. And the leadoff hitter in the lineup. Back to the plate now, Blake Henry. First pitch outside for ball one. Henry today. Well, he's gotten on base twice, but still has no at-bats. 2 walks today. 2 walks, but an RBI. Walked with the bases loaded back in the second. Next pitch, that one's going to find its way in for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Henry, wearing number 39. See that number all too often here at this level. Well, at any level, really. Next pitch, fastball, high and inside, 4-2. I'm curious. I got good cell connection here in Iberia. Might as well. 2-1 pitch up high. How about ball 3? Three balls, 1 strike, nobody away. Next pitch, also too high. Ball 4 once more. So Henry draws his 3rd walk of the game. That moves Sullinger over to second. It'll be first and second, nobody out. Here for Cameron Newton. Henry not having to do a whole lot of work today to find his way aboard. We'll see if he scores for the 2nd time today. First pitch here to Cameron Newton. Pop up, right side of the infield. Martin calling everybody off. He'll make the grab himself, and that'll be a quick out number 1. So for the second time in this one, Newton will pop out to the pitcher, this time, though, in fair territory. And with one away, runner still on first and second, here comes Clayton Shockley. Well, let's see. Jim Cott, hope I said that right, George Scott, Roy Campanella, Dave Parker, etc., etc. First pitch here to Shockley, above his head. Behind him, actually, and it's 1-0. More modern players, R.A. Dickey, Max Scherzer, Pedro Martinez, if you want to call him modern, I guess. He's been retired for a few years. 1-0 now. Looked good. In the corner, strike one. Shockley today, he is 0 for 1 with an RBI. Sacrifice fly back in the first. Strikeout in the third. 1-1 offering now. That one's in the dirt. 4-2. Shockley, the only strikeout today for Belle. Iberia's had to do their work in the field. The strikeout came at the hands of Martin. Here's a swing. Another slow roller over towards short. Pickett has it. Throw has to go to first, but it's not going to be in time. Beats it out for an infield single. Everybody's safe. So Shockley finds his way aboard. Again, it's an infield single. And the bases are loaded. Here for the cleanup hitter, Carter Kinkead. Big opportunity here for the Tigers. One away. Bases loaded. And your cleanup hitter to the plate. He's 1 for 2 in the game. First pitch high and inside. It's ball one. Last time up for Kinkead, he found himself a single. 1-out single. Later came around to score. Scored on that 2 RBI triple for Zane Strunk. Next pitch also missed the zone. I do believe it's 2-0. Kinkead, the right-handed batter, and that one's going to hit him. That'll score the run. Martin's pitch runs inside, catches Kinkead, and that'll increase the Belle lead now to 3. It's 6-3. As everybody moves forward a back. Sillinger, the one who scores from third. And that brings us now to the catcher, Hank Stratman. First, another visit to the mound. We'll see if they stick with Martin. We'll see if they make a pitching change. Would be the third pitcher of the game if they do make a change here. And Hunter Piggott starting this one out for Iberia. He was pulled in the third. Excuse me, how about the second, after running into a little bit of trouble. Martin's gotten it done since then, but now facing a 3-run deficit. And those bases still loaded with 1 out. It's a bit of a gut check time here for Iberia. And Iberia playing for that 4th win of the season. 7-0 win against Osage. 19-9 against Central out of Springfield. 8-6 in 8 innings against Eugene. But now trailing here by 3. So we'll get back to it here. Martin going to be left here in for the time being. First pitch, though, going to run inside. To the backstop it goes, but nobody runs. Just beat ball one here to Hank Stratman. Stratman 1 for 2. Himself a single back in the 3rd inning. An opportunity for some RBIs here. With those bases loaded, here's a swing. Fly ball sent off toward the right, out of play. Strike one. Again, both these teams back in action on Thursday. Won't be covering either of them, but they will be back. And we'll get back here at home. Belle still on the road. 1-1's delivered inside. It's ball 2. 2-1 the count. And the next pitch, comebacker to the mound. That one's going to sneak through. No, it's going to be stopped there. Tag is applied over at second, but they're saying they didn't get it. Comes off the bag. Tag reapplied, but still safe. Everybody's safe. Make it a 7-3 game. Thought that one was going to sneak through, but reaching out for it. That was Piggott. Tried to apply the tag over at second on 2. I believe that was Kincaid who was trying to move on in there. It's called safe originally. Fell off the bag. Was able to get his hand back in. So everybody's safe. Still bases loaded. Still one out. Now here's a line drive over to second. That ball's going to be dropped. Everybody has to try to advance. Tag is going to be made over at second, but another run scores. And it's 8-3 now. So let's try to catch up here. Strabman a single. Everybody advanced on the previous play. And now on that play, going to be ruled a fielder's choice. Strunk finds his way on. Strabman is tagged out at second. Kincaid moves over to third, and Shockley scores. So there you go. All in all, it's runners at the corners here with 2 away now. Caden Robertson here at the plate. Strunk not making things easy over there, swinging away at the first pitch when I was already trying to gather myself. Next pitch on the way. Here's a ground ball over to short. Piggott has it. No, it gets by him, and the run will score. Our game's first error, an E6, as Robertson finds his way aboard. And a costly error as Kincaid's able to find his way in from third. And so another run comes across here in this fourth. And that'll make it 9-3. Now in favor of Belle. 4 runs here in this inning. 3 runs in the third. This Tigers offense has been rolling. First pitch here to Garrett Gellert. In there for a called strike 1. It's the 9th batter of the inning. They've officially batted around here in the fourth. 1 strike pitch delivered too low in the dirt. It's ball 1. Runners on first and second. Strunk, who reached on a fielder's choice, actually subbed out for a pinch runner over there. Next pitch, low and away. It's ball 2. I believe that was number 14 who checked in. Luke Rohrer running for Strunk, and I do believe I also heard them say that Strunk would return back to the game. So, it is a courtesy runner situation. 2-1 now. Bit too high. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Gellert, who is 1 for 2 on the game. Single and a line out. From the stretch, the 3-1's delivered. Out the outer edge, and we go full. Full count now at the point, 3-2. 4 runs already across. But Iberia looking to freeze the inning right here. Here comes that payoff pitch. Swung on, missed, strike 3. And Iberia will end the inning. Second strikeout of the day for Martin, but Belle, they do the damage. 4 runs coming in that inning. 4 runs on 3 hits. 4 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error, and there were 2 runners left over on base. So we head on now to the bottom of the fourth here in Iberia. The Rangers with some work to do. They trail by 6, 9-3 in favor of Belle. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, 97.9 The Source.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple for $4.49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Back here once more, Hooper Field in Iberia. The Rangers, they now trail by 6, 4 runs across in that third inning for the Belle Tigers. They've got themselves a rather sizable lead, but we still got a little bit of baseball left to be played. I believe we have officially reached the middle stage of this one, the halfway point, if you will. I do believe this is a 7-inning contest. We'll kind of wait and see how things turn out. Obviously, the best way is to see. Didn't get a clear answer from those who I asked up here in the press box, so we'll get back going here. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 coming up here for the Rangers. Patterson, Duncan, and Drace. Then Connor Harbert here with you. It's 97.9 The Source. First pitch on the way here too. Tanner Patterson is called strike one. Patterson 1 for 1 in the game. He singled back in the third. How about the first? It's left stranded over on first, though. Second time up today. Here's a swing and a miss. And we go 1-1. One ball, one strike. Next offering here from Cameron Newton, still in the game. Hard hit ground ball, first base side, but just foul. About a foot away from the bag over there, and that'll be strike two. Two strikes, now against the left-handed Patterson. Next pitch on the way here from Newton. That one swung on, slow roller, just in front of the plate, fair territory. Stratman has it, his throw to first in time, 4 out number 1. So Patterson retired, 2-3 the put out. With 1 out, here comes Isaac Duncan. So Duncan will look to get this Iberia offense going now. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That being Belle's only strikeout today. This game has not been very strikeout heavy. It's mostly been a game played out in the field. First pitch to Duncan, though. It's a called strike one. Lots of contact being made, but Newton able to get it done behind him. Again, those 3 runs all coming in the first. But he's really settled it down. He's only given up 1 hit since then. And just a couple of base runners. 1-1 the count behind the plate. Next offering on its way. Now 1 misses. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch. That one looked good, and it is 2-2. Newton bringing the fastball in. Just off the middle of the plate. And it's evened up 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes Newton once more. 1 hops the plate. To the backstop it goes. We move on now to a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Again, nobody away. Newton delivers. Fouled it off. Just to see another pitch here at 3-2. On deck here after Duncan, Connor Drace. Next payoff pitch on its way. Outside, ball 4. Duncan draws the walk. Iberia's got themselves a base runner here with one away for Connor Drace. It's going to need more than one base runner here for Iberia at this stage of the game. But it is a good start here. We'll see if Drace can get anything going now. Drace 0 for 1 in today's ball game. First pitch, launches it in, 4-1. Drace's first time up, grounded out to third. Oh and 1. Next pitch. Same spot, same result. 0-2. After Drace would be Brady Blankenship. And after that, we go back to the top of the Iberia order. Here is the next offering. Here's a line drive, route towards right field, gets down. That'll be a base hit here. Rounding second is Duncan. He'll stay there, though. It'll be first and second, one away now for Blankenship. So Drace has his first hit of the game. 7th hit of the ball game for the Rangers total. And now we'll see if Blankenship can keep it going. So Blankenship 0 for 1 on the day. He also grounded out 6-3. And out to the shortstop. First pitch, high and outside. It's ball 1. Duncan on second. Drace on first. Next offering from Newton. Swung on, fly ball, left field, but out of play. That'll be a strike, 1-1. And Hayden Martin, he stands on deck. Top of the Iberia lineup. 1-1 the count. Righty delivering to the lefty. Here it is. Outer edge, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, and 1 away. Again, this inning got started with a ground out. Swinging bunt. Patterson retired, 2-3. But 2 straight base runners for the Rangers. 2-strike pitch, breaking ball, up high, ball 2. This game now an hour and a half old officially. Got going right at 5 p.m. today. Love to see it. 2-2, count evened up. Look to second. Now here's a line drive out towards left center. That gets down. That will most likely score a run here. Rounding third is Duncan. He's going to try to score. Nope. He's pulled up over at third. And so it'll be bases loaded here with 1 out. Second consecutive base hit here for the Rangers. Runners on first, second, and third. Big opportunity now with your top of the lineup coming back up. Here's Hayden Martin. So we'll see if Martin can get it done. He's 1 for 2 in today's game. Led off the game back in the bottom of the first with a double. Later scored as part of that 3-run inning. Grounded out to the pitcher his last time up. First pitch is outside. No, caught the outside edge for strike 1. After Martin would be Piggott if the inning continues on past that point. Again, just 1 out. We'll see how Belle plays it. Double play, of course, ends the inning. 0-1 now on the way. Swing, slow roll, third base side, but it hooks foul. And we go 0-2. Obviously, if you get a ground ball quick enough, your throw could go over to home. If the double play ball is a little bit tricky. Just keep that run off the board, and then maybe you throw it on to first for the double play anyway. Be curious to see if we get a ground ball here, but at the moment it is 2 strikes. Obviously, Newton would like to get this done here at the plate. Here is that 0-2 pitch. Line drive, left center. That gets down for a base hit. That'll score at least one run. Going for home is going to be Drace. He will score. Throw to third's not going to be in time. It's a 2 RBI single here for Hayden Martin. And cuts the lead now to 4. It's 9-5. So Iberia's starting to string along the hits. That one scores 2. Third consecutive single. Getting it done one base at a time. As it is, runners at the corners now. Iberia still that tying run, still in the on-deck circle, but 2 runs is a start. 9-5 our score. Here is Hunter Piggott. First pitch to Piggott. Breaking ball. Taking off for second is Martin. They'll cut it off in front of the bag. Martin will take his stolen base. Can prevent that run from coming home on the throw. But Blankenship holding up over at third. So no possibility of a double play ball, at least in the traditional sense. Second and third, 1 out. Swing, pop up, right side. Foul territory, giving chase is strong, but the catch is made by Newton. No, drop it. Did he make the catch? They're going to say he did. Let's see. They're going to say he did. Actually kind of missed it there, but Piggott, he will be retired. Pops out to the pitcher. That'll be out number 2. Thought he might have dropped it. I thought I saw that ball hit the ground, but guess he held on to it long enough. Looks like we got ourselves. Do we? I believe that's still Newton up there on the mound. Yes, it is. So no pitching change. Umpires getting together, I think, to talk about that previous play, but they're going to say he held on to it enough to record the out. So that'll be out number 2. Runner still on second and third. Here comes Jaden Rowden. Iberia looking to tack on a couple more runs here, perhaps. First pitch, too low, ball 1. Ball in the outfield, probably perhaps scores 2. You have speed over there on second in your leadoff batter, Martin. I would assume if you get it to the outfield, they try to send him. But you have to make contact first. 1-0 the count here to Rowden, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Next pitch outside, it's ball 2. In the first, had an RBI single. In the third, he grounded into a double play, 1-6-3. Righty versus righty, 2-0 count. Next pitch, runs inside, ball 3. Trapman, a pump fake over towards third, but he'll give it back to the mound. Walk here for Belle, not necessarily the worst thing, and it looks like, yeah, they're just going to give him the bag. So they'll give Rowden the bag. We'll go ahead and force a out at any base. Like I said, not the worst situation to give up a walk in that situation. So now you can go home, you can go third, you can go second, you can go first. And of course I was going to say you take away a dangerous bat, but you walk right into another dangerous bat. Here's Logan Seal. First pitch to Seal, too low for ball 1. Of course, Seal, he's had himself a game, 2 for 2. A home run and a single today. That 2-run home run back in the first at the time gave Iberia a 3-1 lead. Things have obviously changed since then. So the 1-0 is delivered to Seal. He's going to hit one high out towards left center. Underneath, though, is Robertson. He reaches up and makes the grab, and that will end the inning. So Seal gives it a ride, but unfortunately for the Rangers, that ball is going to be caught out there by Robertson, and that'll draw the inning to a close. Iberia, though, they do find 2 runs. They find 2 runs on 3 hits, or no errors, but there were 3 runners left over on base. So we move on into the 5th inning now. Top of the 5th on the way. Belle, they lead this one by 4 now. It's 9-5. We'll be back here in just a moment. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, 97.9 The Source.
Let's just try not to embarrass ourselves and everything will be fine.
Is that a Pepsi Vanilla?
Oh no, please not here, not now.
Oh, too late. Steve, it's flavor time, baby, and we're coming to you live with the smoothest cat in the city, Pepsi Vanilla.
No, it's not flavor time.
With a flavor so rich and a taste so smooth. It's delicious. It's refreshing.
Dude, seriously, does this always have to happen when you drink Pepsi Vanilla?
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Pepsi Vanilla, now available in 0 sugar. That's what I like.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Top of the 5th on the way here at Hooper Field in Iberia. Hayden Martin still on the mound. He'll continue his work in this one. His team now trailing by 4. Belle leads Iberia 9-5 here in today's contest on this, again, Tuesday evening. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Glad you could join me here as Iberia picks up 2 runs in that bottom of the 4th, but Belle picking up 4 runs in the top half of the inning, 3 runs in the top of the 3rd. They have not had a scoreless inning yet here today. But Iberia looking to change that. It will be 9-1-2. Stepping to the plate here for the Tigers. Belle sending 9 batters in the previous half inning. Of course, they'll look to do it again here and maybe start to push this game out. We will see. Again, Martin came in the 2nd inning. This is 3rd full inning of work, or at least if he gets through this inning, it would be his 3rd full inning of work. So throw goes down, right on the money. Piggott has it. They'll flip it back to the mound, and we'll get going here again with the number 9 batter in Isaiah Solinger. So Solinger going to step in here. 3rd trip to the plate here in this contest. Solinger 1 for 1, a walk and a single. First pitch drops in on the outside edge. It's strike 1. Owen won the count. Next pitch from Martin. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. So 2 quick strikes to begin the 5th. Martin will try to pick up what would be his 3rd strikeout in this game. 2 strikeouts thus far. First try at it, too high, ball 1. Struck out Shockley back in the 3rd, and Gellert in the 4th. Struck out Gellert to end the inning. Of course, now in the 5th, here's a swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. 3rd strikeout for Hayden Martin. And with 1 down, the base pad's empty. We go back to the top of the Belle order. Here is Blake Henry. So Henry, he's looking for an at-bat in this one. He's made 3 trips to the plate. He's reached base 3 times. He's walked every single time. And each time he's been able to generate some kind of score. He's got 2 runs and an RBI today. Productive day without swinging the bat in this one. First pitch drops in for a called strike 1. The dream. Of course, it takes work to get on base, to draw the walk. You have to have a good eye. There's been good pitches his way. He's certainly taken a few strikes, including 2 here. It's 0-2 real quick. Well, it hasn't had to swing that bat. Here is a swing and a miss. Excuse me, that'll make it 0-2. I don't know where I went there, but it's 0-2. Maybe I traveled into the future. We'll see. 0-2. Here is the pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Saw caught up in my feelings there for a second, maybe. Maybe that was called a ball. I'm not sure. Either way, here's a swing and a miss on a pitch up high. And that'll be strike 3. So, Henry finally sat down here tonight. 2 straight strikeouts now for Martin. And that brings it back to Cameron Newton. Definitely brought the heat on that strikeout. Another fastball in there for strike one. Oh, and 1 here to Newton, who is 1 for 3 on the day. Next pitch misses, 1-0. Excuse me, 1-1. Time called here as Martin ties his shoe. One and one the count, 2 away. And base paths empty. Martin working straight out the stretch. Next pitch, too high. He'll fall behind the count, 2-1. Martin foregoing the stretch here at this stage of the game. And so far, it's worked for him here in this inning. Here's the next pitch. Line drive back towards center. May have jinxed it a bit. That'll get down. That'll be a base hit for Newton. His second hit of the day. He's aboard. That 2-out single. So Belle looking for the 2-out rally. And Iberia looking to slam the door shut and looking to hold Belle scoreless for the first time in this game. Again, 1 run in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, and 4 in the fourth. Belle slowly kind of ramped things up here, but now with their backs against the wall here in this fifth. First pitch. Get an indication. I believe that missed inside. But we'll reconcile that here in a moment. Next offering from Martin. Swung on, missed. So at least 1 strike here on Clayton Shockley. Next pitch on the way. Taking off for second. Here's a swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Not in time. And so it will be 2 strikes at the plate, but now Newton's sitting over on second. He's got himself the stolen base. That does confirm that it is 1-2. Now, first pitch was called inside. Martin looking to end the inning. Here's a pitch. Swung on, missed. Nice breaking ball. 3rd strikeout of the inning. And that'll hold Belle scoreless for the first time in this game. Nothing doing for the Tigers. No runs on 1 hit. No errors and 1 runner left on base. Bottom of the 5th we go here in Hooper Field in Iberia. Rangers still trail by 4. It's 9-5. Rangers back up to the plate when we come back. Back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball. 97.9 The Source.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
A new pitcher as we get back to it here in the bottom of the 5th. Hank Stratman behind the plate. The first 4 innings of this one. He will now step to the mound. Look to shut the door here in Iberia, as it looks like we'll have a few other changes as well. Looks like behind the plate now, that is going to be Carter Kincaid. I believe over at third now, that is going to be Cameron Newton. So Newton now over at third, Kincaid behind the plate. And again, Hank Stratman, he is on the mound. Stratman, right-handed pitcher. Going through his warm-up tosses here. 9-5 our score. Iberia trails by 4 here to the Belle Tigers. Iberia 3 runs in the first, 2 runs in the fourth. Now look to work on the momentum they built in the previous inning. Got started, ground out to the catcher. All well and good, but then a walk And then 3 straight base hits, 3 straight singles. Able to generate themselves a run. So, got a few innings to work with here. See if they can handle it here. Gonna have 5, 6, and 7 to the plate. It'll be Remen Snyder, it'll be Patterson, and it'll be Duncan as well. Rowan going down over to second. Gonna one-hop its way in there. And see what goes down. Stepping in, again, Noah Remen Snyder. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Remen Snyder today, 1 for 2. Singled in the first. Was caught stealing, trying to move to second. In the third, he grounded out to the pitcher. First offering here from Hank Stratman. Swung on, miss, strike 1. Of course, Stratman, one of 2 Stratmans. Logan Stratman out and left. But I think we can go ahead and refer to him as Stratman here. Next pitch on the way. Offering. Hit ground ball over towards second. Henry has it. He's on number 1. So Remen Snyder retired. 1 gone here in the 5th. Here comes the left fielder, Tanner Patterson. Patterson, he's also working on a 1 for 2 day. He also singled in the first. He got the 4th start with a ground out to the catcher. First pitch is outside, ball 1. 9 base hits for Iberia here in this ball game. 9 base hits for Belle. Both teams even in the hits front. But Belle's been able to take advantage of those hits just a little bit more. Here's a swing, foul to the backstop, 1-1. And starting to drop a little bit behind us. And this game almost 2 hours old. Just about 10 minutes away to the top of the 7 o'clock hour. 1-1 now. Another fly ball left side and out of play. Here I was thinking I could be home tonight by about 7:30. But, obviously, you don't really think about 14-run games therein and thereabout. Both these teams, solid offensive outputs. 2-strike pitch, outside, 2-2 now. Obviously got nothing else going on here, so it's not like I'm in a big rush to get home. Sometimes you just plan your day out a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes, next pitch. Here's a fly ball sent out towards right center. Going underneath is the center fielder Robinson. He'll make the catch, and that'll be out number 2. So the first 2 are gone here for Iberia in the bottom of the 5th. Stepping in now, Isaac Duncan. Duncan was able to get things going for Iberia in the previous inning. He drew a walk, later came all the way around to score. 1 of 2 runs in that inning. Now needing to kickstart a 2-out rally. First pitch outside, ball 1. One and 0 now. It's a fastball, swung on, missed. 1-1. Evens up the count here. Stratman does. Duncan at the plate. Connor Drace on deck. Brady Blankenship at the hole if we get that far. 1-1 now. Here's a line drive, right field. That gets through. That'll land for a base hit. Duncan has his first base hit of the day. As he rounds first, he'll be a 2-out single. So Duncan reaches base for the 2nd straight time, his first hit of the game. And that brings us now to a man trying to get on base once more in Connor Drace. 1 for 2. Single, ground out. Single came back in the 4th. He was also one of those 2 runs. First pitch is outside. Nope, outside end, strike 1. Falling behind here in the count. Next pitch, ground ball back up the middle. Picked up by the shortstop Gellert. He will tag the base. And that'll be the final out of the inning. So fielder's choice ends Iberia's bottom of the 5th. In that inning, no runs, 1 hit. there were no errors, and there was theoretically, one runner left on base. We're going to move on now. Top of the 6th here in Iberia. The lead remains 4. Belle 9, Iberia 5. Back in 60, you're listening to Frisco League Baseball, 97.9 The Source.
As the years go by, everything gets older, even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps, and at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
When it comes to great deals on the best-selling trucks 46 years running, Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert has your back. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to come in during Ford Truck Month. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on new 2022 F-150s, or choose 3.9 for 72 months plus a $1,000 Ford rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. For a truckload of savings, don't miss Truck Month going on now at Ed Morse Ford St. Robert. Get backed by Morse today. Offer ends March 31st.
Time for the 6th inning here at Hooper Field in Iberia. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Belle currently leading Iberia. It is 9-5. Belle back at the plate here. Carter Kincaid at the plate. So you watch the first pitch outside. It's ball 1. 4, 5, and 6 set to bat here in this half inning for the Tigers. Another pitch going outside here. It's a quick 2-0 count. Hayden Martin still on the mound for the Rangers. Pitch count's got to start to be getting up there a little bit. I know you're allowed only so many pitches at the high school level. Don't have an official count here for you. But we knew he's throwing a lot of pitches. Let's see how much farther Martin goes here in this one. Now going to drop a strike in. 2-1 now. Kincaid working on a 1-for-2 day with an RBI. 2-1, misses high. It's 3-1. That RBI did not come on the base hit. It was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. 3-1 now. Here's a big swing and a miss. 3-2. Kincaid trying to drive that one. You could definitely tell. You can do that with a hitter's count, 3-1, but now needs to choke up a little bit and protect that plate. 3-2, full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball over towards short. Played on a hop by Piggott. His throw to first in time. Nice reach over there by Rowden to make the grab and record the first out of the inning. Kincaid caught a lot of that one. But Piggott, who holds the game's only error over there at short, that time able to keep it in front of him and make the nice throw over to first. So there is one away. That brings us to the catcher. Well, excuse me, now the pitcher, Hank Stratman. Stratman behind the plate to start this game, but now up on the mound. He watched the first pitch outside for ball 1. Now the next pitch, here's another ground ball over to short. This time, much easier for Piggott to handle, but this time the throw sails wide. And that'll mean Stratman's safe over at first. That'll be another error here on the shortstop. And that means it'll be a runner on first here with 1 out for Zane Strunk. Strunk is 1 for 3. A ground out, fielder's choice, and a 2 RBI triple. He's swinging away. First pitch. Here's another fly ball sent out towards center, but on a run. That'll be caught out there by Patterson. Strunk does not waste time there at the plate. He will fly out to center field. Well struck ball, about maybe 10 feet to the left, and that one's once again going for extra bases, but instead it'll be 2 outs. Runner on first now for Caden Robertson. Robertson swinging away. That's a high fly ball, high pop. And if my crowd mic hasn't worked all season, I'm sure it did there. I got a crowd mic, of course, tonight, hanging outside the window. That ball landed right on top of the mic. So, that was a little loud. 0-1, outside, ball 1. If you've listened into our broadcast through basketball, baseball, maybe even football season, you know I've constantly been battling trying to get you some crowd noise. Well, there you go. Maybe. And now, when I go in tomorrow, somebody's going to tell me, well, we didn't actually hear it. I'll cry a little bit. But either way, we're going to have ourselves a visit to the mound here in the middle of this at-bat, and I think this might be a pitching count change. We'll see. So out comes Coach Vincent. Tim Vincent of the Rangers. This is going to be the change. Looking toward the dugout here. And I believe that will be. I believe we'll have ourselves a new pitcher in the ball game here. I'll tell you all about him when we come back here. It looks like it is going to be Riley McComb. Luis comes out of the dugout. Whether he's the new pitcher remains to be seen. Keep it here until we know. But it will be McComb. Martin heading out towards center field. Now who comes in? Again, McComb not in the ball game. So somebody's going to come out, and it looks like it is going to be the right fielder, Drace. Tell you what. Drace coming in. Looks like Patterson will move to right. Martin will take his place back out in center field. 60-second timeout. Riley McComb, the new pitcher. 9-5 our score, 2 away. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, 97.9 The Source.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
Riley McComb, new pitcher into the ball game here for the Rangers, a freshman. Going to be heading out into the mound here. First pitch, taking off for second is Stratman. No throw down. He'll have himself the bag. Get you caught up to speed here. 2-1 count at the plate. Here to Caden Robertson. 2 outs. Now a runner over on second. Looking to end the inning here. And keep him within 4. Here's a hard hit ball, though, toward right center. That gets down. Rounding third. That'll be Stratman. And it looks like taking that extra bag is going to pay off. Stratman will score, and they'll increase the lead back out to 5 now. Belle leads 10-5. So an RBI single here for Caden Robertson. Stratman took the bag, and, well, 1 pitch later, he comes in to score. Runner on first now with 2 outs. Here's Garrett Gellert. So Gellert to the plate here as McComb steps off the bat. Throw to first, not in time. First pitch now to the left-handed batter, Gellert. In there, called strike 1, throw to second, tags applied, in time, out number 3. So behind the plate, Logan Seal. He will throw out Caden Robertson trying to take the bag, and that will end the inning. So we'll see Gellert back to the plate when we get to the 7th inning, but for now, we move on to the bottom of the 6th. Lead is now 5, 1 run coming across on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there was nobody left on base. We're going to move on now over to, it'll be the bottom of the 6th. Iberia again, they trail by 5. It is 10-5. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, 97.9 The Source.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bottom of the sixth here in Iberia. 10-5 now our score. Belle adds another run to their total. So the Rangers' work becomes just a little bit that harder. A little bit that much harder. English is not my first language. It'll be 9-1 and 2 coming up for the Rangers here in this half inning. Blankenship, Martin, and Piggott. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Here's a comebacker that sails into center field. And Blankenship's quickly aboard here to begin the sixth. Untouchable. Hank Stratman still on the mound, ducking out of the way. And so Blankenship finds his way on with his second base hit of the game. Bringing us now to the center fielder and the leadoff batter, Hayden Martin. It all begins with a single base runner, you know. See if Iberia is able to work around that now. Martin, 2 for 3. First pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. Martin got things going in the bottom of the first. He had a double. Advanced the third on a wild pitch and then eventually came home to score. Grounded out to the pitcher unassisted in the second inning. And in the fourth, he had himself a single. Stolen base to second, but was left stranded. 1-0 the count. Next pitch in the dirt once more, 2-0. Next pitch to 2-0. It's outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, nobody away. Man over on first, an errant pitch here. Puts a runner in scoring position now for the Rangers. Stratman comes set from the stretch. In the dirt, ball 4. Martin draws himself the walk. And it'll be first and second now. Here for the Hunter Piggott. Before we get to it, though, before we get to Piggott, time's going to be called. We'll talk things over on the mound. Full infield visit. No indication of a pitching change just yet. We'll see. Still plenty of room to wiggle, obviously. 5-run lead. Tying runs still in the dugout here for the Rangers. So our home plate umpire starts to make his way up toward the mound to break this one up. I do believe it's still going to be Stratman here for the time being. So no pitching change. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. As Hunter Piggott steps in. So Piggott settles in. Looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 2. First pitch outside, ball 1. A line out, pop out, and a walk. Next pitch, too low. And that'll be 2-0. Lined out to second in the first. Walked, but was later rolled up as part of a double play in the third. And then popped out to the pitcher in the fourth. Popped out in foul territory, if I do believe. 2-0 now on the way. That one's inside. It's ball 3. Walk here loads the bases. That puts a tying run at least on the field of play. Still in the on-deck circle. But you put yourself in a good spot. Here's a pitch taken all the way. Stratman just getting one over there on Pickett. 3-1. Hitters count. Pickett look to be a little bit choosy here. And he's going to watch it high and inside. That's ball 4. Bases loaded. So Blankenship moves to third. Martin now stands on second. Pickett, he stands on first with his second walk of the day. And that brings up a power threat here in Jaden Rowden. Really a guy you'd like to see in this situation here. Rowden, he is 1 for 2. RBI single back in the first. First pitch inside. It's ball 1. Of course, Logan Seal now on deck. Currently, he represents the tying run. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss there. 1-1. Rowden definitely looking to send that one toward the fences. And your win, basically non-existent now. Next pitch, he's going to take that one in. That's called strike 2. Rowden will have to fight. Swing at anything close. Try to generate some offense here in this 10-5 ball game. Bottom of the 6th, nobody out. Next pitch. Here's a fly ball out towards center. It's deep, should be enough to score a run. Catch is made, that's out number 1. But coming home to score, that'll be Blankenship. That cuts the lead to 4 now. It's 10-6. So a sacrifice fly here for Rowden. Moving over to third on the play was Martin. Pickett, meanwhile, sticks over on first. Tying run still in the on-deck circle, but here comes Logan Seal. So Seal will look to maybe cutting this lead a little more. First pitch slowing away in the dirt. Taking off for second is Pickett. He'll find his way in. No throw. 1-0 count here at the plate. To Seal, who is 2 for 3, including that 2-run home run back in the first. Next pitch, also in the dirt. 2-0. First base is unoccupied now, so a walk keeps everybody at their current bag. Well, at least in theory, could have a wild pitch for a walk, etc., etc. Here's the 2-0 that misses inside for ball 3. But I think you understand what I mean. You don't get given home plate. You have to earn it. 3-0 count here to Seal. Flew out to center his last time up. 3-0, taken all the way. 4 strike 1. Those clouds have really started to move on out there. Not a cloud in the sky, or at least as far as I can see. Sun continuing to drop. Here's 3-1. Comebacker up the middle into the outfield. That's going to score a run or 2. One will come home to score. Rounding third. That's going to be Pickett. Throw at the plate. Not in time. And that brings it back to 2. It's 10-8. A 2 RBI single here for Logan Seal. Martin and Pickett will score. And the tying run now stands at the plate. That tying run currently represented here by Noah Remensnyder. 3 runs in the inning. First pitch outside, ball 1. Again, we talked about it in the pregame, throughout the game, throughout the early innings. Iberia's a team that scores runs. They've done it again. 3rd straight game where they found their way above the 7-run line. Unfortunately, they need a little bit more than that. 1-0 finds its way in, 4 strike 1. Remensnyder today, he's 1 for 3. A single and 2 groundouts. Next offering. Hard hit line drive, left field, that gets down for a base hit. Rounding second is a Seal. He will stay right there. And it's first and second now. Tying run is aboard. Here with no outs. Iberia, an offensive explosion here. 1 out. Forgot about the sacrifice fly for Rowden. But you still have an out to play with. You've got that tying run over on first. So first and second, one away. First pitch, fly ball out towards center. Logan Patterson gets one. Tanner Patterson gets it to fall. Seal, he's going to head on into third. He had to hold up to wait and see if that ball was caught. He will find his way into third. It's bases loaded now. Tying run at second. Go ahead run now over at first. And again, still one away. Seal at third. Remensnyder at second. Patterson on first. 3 straight base hits. 4 hits in the inning. And here comes Isaac Duncan. First pitch to Duncan. Misses. Ball 1. Duncan today, he is 1 for 2. Next pitch to Duncan. He swings away. Fly ball right side, but foul. 1-1. Two teams trading blows back and forth. Now they've seen that 5-run lead cut into by 3. Still leading by 2, 10-8. 1-1 to Duncan. Ground ball right side, but foul. It's 1-2. This is the 8th batter of the inning here for Iberia. Things got started with Blankenship finding his way aboard with a single. Then 2 consecutive walks to Martin and Piggott. Sacrifice fly, then a 2 RBI single. Next pitch, swing it away. Had to choke up on that one, but he keeps the count 1-2. After that 2 RBI single, 2 straight more singles. In fact, an RBI for Patterson. It's brought it back to 10-8. On the way, another swing and another foul ball. Duncan not going down without a fight this time round. Still 1-2. On deck, believe, trying to get a number over there. Might be Connor Drace still. Might have moved on over to a designated hitter kind of situation. I know Drace came off the field earlier. 1-2, misses high, ball 2. Riley McComb on the mound at the moment for the Rangers. Does look like Drace over there, but we'll see. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away. Next pitch to Duncan. Ground ball over towards short. Caught on a bad hop. Picked up, though, by the second baseman. Throw to first is... Pulled him off the bag. He's out, but meanwhile, a run does come home to score. Our umpire is going to get together to talk about the play over at first, but no matter what happened there, I believe Seal and Remensnyder scored. So I believe that ties it up. 10-all. And they actually did call him safe over at first. It's an error. I believe. Where do you give that error? I think we'll give the error to the second baseman. But either way, Duncan is aboard. That's Belle's first error, and it's going to cost him. Still only 1 out. And now we've got ourselves a new ball game here at 10. So let's get you all caught up here. 2 more runs across. First and second. And 1 out. Here at the plate, it is Connor Drace. First pitch to Drace. He's swinging away. Fly ball out towards right. That one gets down for a base hit. Over to third. Holding up at third is Patterson. It'll be bases loaded with still 1 out. So Iberia can seemingly do no wrong at the plate here at the moment. It looks like we've got ourselves a pitching change. 1 away. And I think that'll do it here for Hank Stratman. We're going to go ahead and take ourselves a timeout. We've got a whole new ball game here. 5 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. We are tied up at 10 apiece. I'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. Back in 60, you're listening to Frisco League Baseball. It's 97.9 The Source.
turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple, $4.49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
New pitcher, former right fielder Isaiah Sullinger. He will be the one tasked upon keeping this Iberia offense down. 5 runs here in the bottom of the 6th for the Rangers as they've come back to tie this one up here at 10 apiece. This ball game, a bit of a marathon here with both teams being what they were offensively. 2 hours and 18 minutes. And we're still going here in this one. So Sullinger is the pitcher. He's a right-hander. Sullinger, I'll let you know now, is a senior. One of 4 seniors on this Belle squad. He'll be called upon here as he'll face the 10th batter of this inning, that being Brady Blankenship. Bases loaded. Still only 1 out. New right fielder in the game for Belle. Trying to get your name on that. Of course, obviously, there's been a little bit of moving here and there. I believe it might have been a 1-for-1 switch with Stratman out over in right field. Here's another pitch that gets away. 2-0. A walk here does score the go-ahead run. Bases are loaded. So Sullinger can't afford to miss here. Of course, Blankenship, who got everything going here. He stands in 2 for 3. Already a single in the inning. Now watches 1 low for ball 3. So 3-0 here. I'm going to go ahead and assume Blankenship's going to watch this one go by. Has to be pitch perfect. He is going to watch it go by, but it's called a strike. I was going to say, it had to be a meatball right down the middle, I think, to get Blankenship to swing at that. But now 3-1. Watches another one go by. 3-2. Blankenship might have thought that was ball 4. So did a little bit of the crowd here, but it is going to be full. Full count, payoff pitch. Here's a swing. Foul ball, left side, out of play. We'll do it again. But again, Blankenship ground out. 6-3 back in the 2nd. Single in the 4th, left stranded on 3rd. And of course, got things going. Single scored in this 6th inning. Here is that next payoff pitch. Ground ball back to the mound. Gets by Sullinger. Picked up, though, by Henry over at 2nd. He'll make the throw to 1st in time. But meanwhile, the go-ahead run does come home to score. Iberia leads once more. It's 11-10. Only play was at first after it got by Sullinger. And so Patterson scores. Blankenship picks up his RBI despite the 4-3 putout. And Iberia leads by 1 at 11-10. It will be 2nd and 3rd now with 2 away for Hayden Martin. First pitch inside, ball 1. First base now unoccupied, 2 outs. Martin, his last time up in the inning, he drew the walk. 1-0 now on the way. That one's outside, ball 2. This is where it gets interesting. Especially at this level of ball. How deep is your pitching staff? We saw Cameron Newton kind of got batted around a little bit early on. Was able to kind of keep himself under control, but since then, since Newton came out of the game, it's been a tough going for the Tigers. First Stratman and now, well, maybe still a little too early to judge Sullinger here, but having a little bit of control problems here, now 3-0. Here is that 3-0 down the pipe, strike one. So Martin overall, by the way, he's 2 for 3. Couple singles, a walk, a ground out, and a stolen base on his day. RBI situation with runners in scoring position. Here's a high fly ball left field. That gets down. That'll score those 2 runs. 1 run's already across. Second run will come home to score. Martin's going to stretch it out into a double and make it a 13-10 ball game for Iberia. They've now scored 8 runs in this inning. 13-10 here in this bottom of the 6th. The Rangers can seemingly do no wrong here at the point. They've got another runner here in scoring position for Hunter Piggott. Piggott looking to extend this inning even further. First pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike one. Piggott drew a walk his last time up. He's 0 for 2. A line out and a pop out, 2 walks as well. He is one of those 8 runs in this inning. Next pitch runs inside and catches him. So Piggott hit by the pitch. He'll find his way aboard for the 3rd time tonight. First and second now here for Jaden Rowden. Rowden's got 2 RBIs today. A sacrifice fly his last time up. Flew out to center field. Other than that, an RBI single, a double play, and a walk. He scored once tonight, that being back in the first. This now the 11th batter of the inning. Excuse me. How about the 13th batter of the inning? First pitch to Rowden. He's swinging away. Ground ball, third base side, but foul. Vincent there to scoop it up over in the third base coach's box. Oh, 0-1 at the plate to Rowden. Here comes the next offering. 2-0 in the dirt, ball 1. Logan Seal on deck if Rowden manages to keep this inning alive. Base knock to the outfield, perhaps scores Martin from second. Here's a pitch outside, ball 2. Again, this inning was 10-5 when we got started. This inning has easily been the longest inning of the game. Hit after hit after hit after hit. Here's a ground ball over towards short. Gellert there, picks it up, throw it to first, gets by strong. So everybody's safe. That's going to score a run and make it now 14-10 in favor of Iberia. So the Rangers needed a little bit of help that time, but the error comes through and the inning stays alive. Now time, E6. Bell's second error of the inning and second error of the game. So Martin did score from second. Piggott moves over to third. And again, it's 14-10 now in favor of the Rangers. First and third, 2 outs. First pitch to Logan Seals, a called strike 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, generating 9 runs. Seal 3 for 4 today. First pitch, 0-1 pitch. Line drive, left side. That gets through. That rolls up to the fence. 1 run's already across. Rowden's going to round third. He's going to try to score. The throw comes into the plate here. Going to be a close play, and he is safe. The ball came out of the glove of Kincaid. Meanwhile, moving over to third is Seal, and that'll add another couple of runs now. Piggott and Rowden both score. It is now 16-10 in favor of Iberia. So it'll ultimately be a double for Seal. as he moved to third on the throw home, but it's a 2 RBI double. Seal now has 6 RBIs for the game. And also, he's a triple away from the cycle. Don't think he'll get another at-bat in this game, but maybe. Here's another line drive, right field side, but foul here for Noah Remensnyder. If he does get another one, and of course if he does, that means we're going over about 3 hours in this one. A triple would give it to him. He's got a home run, a single, and now a double to his name. Of course, might be scored a triple, I'm not quite sure, but he did move to third on the throw home. Here's a pitch that's called for strike 2. Remensnyder now down 0-2 in the count, 2 for 4 here in this one. A single his last time up. Chased that pitch, sent it off toward the Belle dugout, but he keeps himself alive. That ball about eye level, chopped that one. Talked about it our first broadcast. It's a very tempting pitch. You want to chop that one because you know you can put a little bit of power behind that kind of swing, but next 0-2. Breaking ball stays high. He lays off that one. 1-2. 11 runs in this half inning for Iberia. We've been here for a while. 1-2. That one hops the plate. 2-2. Then got started at 5 o'clock. This game 2.5 hours old. They got a JV game here in Iberia after this. Here's a swing. Line drive, right center. That one gets down. So another run comes across. How about 17-10? Moving into second now is Remensnyder. He slides in safely. So Seal scores for the third time today, and Iberia makes it a 7-run lead. Remensnyder now has his third hit of the day. So another batter to the plate, left fielder Tanner Patterson. He's swinging away, first pitch, bounces off of himself, strike 1. I've seen a few double-digit innings in my life. I don't think we've crossed the line for biggest comeback yet, or, well, not comeback per se, but just biggest inning. Calling some Summer League college baseball a few years back, I think I saw a little bit more. Here's another pitch that ricochets off Patterson. Kind of beating himself up there a little bit, but now he finds himself down 0-2. I saw a team come back from 18-1 one time. Fortunately, it was my team doing the comebacking. But I think that was a 13-run inning. I think we've actually, 12 runs at the moment here for Iberia. Here's a swing, fly ball sent out towards right field. Coming up on it is the right fielder, and he dropped it again. Another error here for Belle, and that'll bring the run home. So Remensnyder scores. He was running hard. It's an error on the right fielder. This inning continues on, 18-10 for Iberia. 13-run inning. Iberia has almost tripled their total here in this half inning. First pitch gets away from the catcher Kinkead. Over towards second now is Patterson. He'll move forward on the wild pitch, which I believe was actually called a strike, so it's actually a pass ball. Hard to give a wild pitch on a called strike. Isaac Duncan at the plate. 0-1, 2-0, ball 1. So Duncan's first time, he reached on an error. So that error that really has cost Belle one of 3 errors. Up to this point, had been playing very clean baseball. 3 errors in this inning. Here's a line drive over towards second. That ball going to be caught on a rope, though. And this inning will come to a close, but not before. Iberia sends 17 batters to the plate. They pick up 13 runs. 13 runs on, let's count them together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. There were 3 errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. And now let's see if Iberia can hang on to their 8-run lead. They lead Belle in this one 18-7. 2-10. We'll come back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, 97.9 The Source.
Let's just try not to embarrass ourselves and everything will be fine.
Is that a Pepsi Vanilla?
Oh no, please not here, not now.
Oh, too late. Steve, it's flavor time, baby, and we're coming to you live with the smoothest cat in the city, Pepsi Vanilla.
No, it's not flavor time.
With a flavor so rich and a taste so smooth. It's delicious. It's refreshing.
Dude, seriously, does this always have to happen when you drink Pepsi Vanilla?
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Pepsi Vanilla, now available in 0 sugar. That's what I like.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Back here once more, top of the 7th here at Hooper Field in Iberia. What a swing it's been for the Iberia Rangers. Bottom of the 6th, trailing 10-5. All of a sudden, they lead 18-10. 13-run half inning. But now you got to hold on to that lead. Belle, they've been able to pick up 10 runs in this game. They've not been able to have an 8-run half inning just yet, but they have been picking up runs. You still got to close this one out here, I believe. This might be a do-or-die inning here for the Belle Tigers. But on the mound here, it is going to be, well, a new pitcher in the ballgame once more. How about Chris Shreve here for the Rangers? Shreve will take over for Riley McComb. Shreve, another freshman. Kind of a youth movement here in this Rangers pitching staff. First pitch here to Garrett Gellert is swung on, missed. Strike 1. Not so long ago, we were talking about Iberia maybe dropping its first game of the season. They're back in the driver's seat. So the next pitch to Gellert misses inside for ball 1. One and one count here. Gellert is 1 for 3 today. Single back in the second, line out and a strikeout. Righty versus lefty. Next pitch also runs inside, 2-1. Again, big thank you to all of our sponsors today. Of course, you've heard from them a couple times, I do believe, in this ball game. I'll list them out for you in just a moment. 2-1 to Gellert. Caught the outside edge, strike 2. Big thank you to Air Serve, St. Robert Auto Supply, Pepsi, the Bank of Iberia, Waynesville Memorial Chapel, Mailbox It, the Bank of Crocker. 2-2. Ground ball, right side, foul. Where was I? Thank you to Ed Morse Ford and St. Robert, Shelter Mutual Insurance, Phelps Health, Lowe Chevrolet, and big thank you to the Marys County Bank as well. They've gotten their money's worth here in this very long game, I'll tell you that. Next 2-strike pitch. Soft roller, first base side, but foul. And we stay 2-2. Next 2-2 pitch, another foul ball to the backstop. And we'll get a third offering here at this count. Frisco going softball, licking, defeats Stoutland tonight on the road, 5-4. Thanks, Facebook. Let me see if I can't get in a few other scores. Here's a swing and a miss. Ball goes to the backstop. Or did he catch a piece of it? They're going to say he caught it. Or at least he fouled it off there, so we'll do a fourth pitch here, 2-2. Caught just enough of that one to keep the at-bat alive. 2-2. Once more, another foul ball. How about a fifth 2-2? Even the at-bats are long nowadays. Do not confuse my talking about it with complaining. I'm having a lot of fun. Just, you don't see many games go this long. That is for sure. 2-2. That one runs inside. We'll go 3-2. Gellert dodging out of the way of that one. Full count. You know, with all the talk in the major leagues about reducing the length of games. 3-2. Pop up. Foul territory behind home plate. Iberia will give chase, but it lands harmlessly for, well, another foul ball. But the one thing you can't account for is lots and lots and lots and lots of offense. That's what we've had here in this one. 28 total runs, 18-10 in favor of Iberia. Of course, no pitch clock, or as far as I know, the shift's not banned here in high school ball. Hard hit line drive off of the dugout over there. Geller not going down without a fight. This is the first at-bat of the inning. And we stay 3-2. Still a full count. Third offering here at 3-2. Next payoff pitch delivered by Sharif. Going to the breaking ball, just outside, ball 4. So Gellert, what an at-bat for you. Gotta tip your cap to Gellert there. He stayed alive. He draws the walk, and he'll take his place over on first. First pitch on the way now to Isaiah Solinger. Apologies, had to go turn on the lights there. Functionally blind when it becomes dark. Missed outside, 1-0 count to Solinger now. Next pitch on the way, high and inside, ball 2. 2 straight pitches, missed the zone. Here to Solinger, who's working on a 1-for-2 day. Single strikeout and a walk. Scored as part of that 4th inning. Next pitch on the way, chop foul, 2-1. That single, part of that 4-run inning. At the time, that had given Belle a 9-5 lead. Or excuse me, it was 9-3 at the time. Iberia would then find themselves a couple runs in the bottom half of the 4th. Cut it to 9-5. We were there for a little bit. Then 10-5 and then 18-10. 2-1 pitch delivered, too high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, hitters count, nobody out. Next pitch, taken high. I believe that was ball 3. Sorry, apologies. Now it's 3-1. So now it's 3-1 here. Still nobody away. Shreve fires it in. Fouled off. 3-2. Second straight batter, we'll find ourselves with a full count. See who wins this battle. King defeats Salem in a pitcher's duel today, 1-0. You want the other end of the spectrum. How about that one? Here's another foul ball. Stays 3-2. 18-10, 1-0. Yeah. Baseball's fun. Real happy I can bring it to you. 97.9, 102.3. 3-2. Delivered outside, ball 4. Another walk given up here, this time to Solinger. That'll make it first and second, nobody out. Here for the top of the lineup, Blake Henry. Well, your tying run's still very far in the dugout. But you got 2 base runners aboard here, and a third potentially at the plate. As Henry settles in for the 5th time in this one. 0 for 1. First pitch drops in, strike 1. 0 for 1 with 3 walks. Scored twice today, has an RBI. Came on the second of his 3 walks. He's also scored twice. Next pitch outside. Make that 1-1. On deck, Cameron Newton. Then we'd see Clayton Shockley. 1-1 delivered in. Caught the edge. Maybe the corner if you want to be precise. It's 1-2. Iberia as a pitching unit today. 5 strikeouts. Here's a swing. Ground ball over to third. Fair territory. Stepping on third for 1 out. Throw across the diamond. Not going to be in time, but they do get the lead runner. That'll be a fielder's choice. Retire Gellert. It'll remain first and second, but now with 1 out. Smart play there by the third baseman Blankenship to step on the bag. Tiring the lead runner, then trying to go across. Didn't get him, but you still get 1 out. Next pitch on the way here to Cameron Newton is outside. That'll be ball one. Newton, he's 2 for 4. 2 pop outs to the pitcher. Also got 2 singles and a stolen base. Yet to score a run, though. A rarity here in tonight's contest. 1-0. Fastball up high, ball 2. In fact, we want to check that. We could. Only 2 Tigers have not scored in this game. Newton, one of them. Gellert was the other. Of course, he's just been retired, trying to advance to third. 2-0 is delivered outside now. Coming in once more. Here comes Shreve. Drops in for a strike. Strike 1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 away. Runners on first and second here in this top of the 7th. 18-10 in favor of the Rangers of Iberia. Trying to send the home fans happy. Next pitch, too low, ball 4. Bases loaded. So that'll load him up. Solinger to third, Henry to second. Newton, of course, on first with his first walk of the game. And that brings us to the designated hitter. It's Clayton Shockley. Shockley with an RBI. First pitch to the designated hitter. Line drive in left field. That gets down. That'll score a run, maybe 2. They're going to try to make it 2. Rounding third is Henry. Play at the plate, not in time. Now a throw to third. That's not going to be in time either. Belle finds 2 runs back. It's a 2 RBI double here for Clayton Shockley. Lead's cut to 6 now, 18-12. So Henry and Solinger will score. Cameron Newton moves over to third, and Shockley now stands on second. Mr. Horst is here. Gotta wait and see. First pitch to Carter Kincaid is outside, ball 1. Tying run still in the dugout. Here's a fly ball sent out towards center. Underneath is the center fielder Patterson, makes the grab. He'll quickly throw it in. That'll be out number 2. That'll work. Fly out to center. And we will perhaps see, again, top of the 7th here with Belle trailing. I believe this is a 7-inning affair. This could be the game's final out. First pitch here to Hank Stratman. Misses low, ball 1. Second and third. They represents runs 13 and 14, 15 at the plate, 16 in the on-deck circle, 17 and 18, obviously still in the dugout. I'm not trying to will that into existence by any means, but maybe. You can score 13, you can score 6 more. 2-0 pitch, delivered it, outside edge for strike 1. We'll say if we get to 18-18, that will be the highest scoring game I've ever seen. I definitely know that for sure. Well, actually, no. Would not be. Either way, 2-1 delivered high, 3-1. That 18-1 game I was talking about earlier. Obviously, they made the comeback, so it's somewhere in the realm of 37 and beyond. I'd have to dig deep. Maybe I can find it. I know they keep documentation. 3-1 a fastball down the middle. 3-2 now to Stratman. Full count. Runners on second and third. First base unoccupied, so neither runner needs to go. But here comes the payoff pitch. Shreve delivers. Line drive, center field. That one gets down. 1 run scores. Second run's going to try to come home and score, and he will. 2 more runs, 18-14. Another 2 RBI single for Hank Stratman. So Newton and Shockley will score. It's a 4-run inning here for Belle. The runner still on first. A tying run coming closer to being in the field of play. Zane Strunk now at the plate. He watches the first pitch in there for a called strike. Strunk, he's 1 for 4. The 2 RBI triple. Next pitch, swinging away. Sends one off toward the right side. Foul, 0-2. What could be the game's final strike once more. The Strunk settles back in. They cut the lead back to 4, but does this come just a little bit short? Or do we have more innings to play? 0-2. Breaking ball stays high. Ball 1. Strunk stays alive. This game, 2 hours, 47 minutes. Iberia looking to close it out. 1-2. Fly ball, right side. Has some distance, chasing it. Patterson over to the right field side. He will not make the play. Strunk get around first. He's going to try to make it 2. They'll hold the runner on third. Strunk slides in. He is out at second. And that'll bring this one to a close. So Iberia wins this one in an offensive showcase. Your final score in this one, Iberia 18, Belle 14. Strunk thrown out at second to end the game. You'll get credit for the single, but nothing more as Iberia picks up their 4th win of the season. So we'll do what we always do. We'll take ourselves a 60-second timeout. We will come back in just a moment, and we'll go ahead and wrap this one up for you. But I got some numbers to gather up. I'll go ahead and take 60 seconds to do so. So, back in a moment, but again, Iberia wins this one, 18-14, your final score. Back in a flash, you're listening to Frisco League Baseball, right here on 97.9 The Source.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard. As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
When it comes to great deals on the best-selling trucks 46 years running, Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert has your back. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to come in during Ford Truck Month. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on new 2022 F-150s, or choose 3.9 for 72 months plus a $1,000 Ford rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. For a truckload of savings, don't miss Truck Month going on now at Ed Morse Ford St. Robert. Get backed by Morse today. Offer ends March 31st.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
Or at Hooper Field in Iberia. This one in the books. 32 total runs here tonight. Don't get that all too often here at this level, but Iberia does win in a thriller 18-14 over the Belle Tigers. Connor Harbin here with you, 97.9 The Source. As we take a look here at this one, took a little bit longer to kind of gather up the numbers there. Wanted to make sure that I was correct on this one, but tonight for Belle, 14 runs on 13 hits, 4 runs in that top of the 7th. Definitely did not go down without a fight here tonight, but they do commit 3 errors, all 3 of those errors coming in that 13-run 6th for the Rangers tonight, and then they left 7 on base, Belle did, here today. Meanwhile, Iberia, they pick up 18 runs, 18 hits. Nice, clean, and tidy for you. They commit 2 errors in the field. Those errors, I believe, coming up earlier in the game. No, 1 in the 6th, and then 1 in the... No, I missed it there. Might not even have been an error. Where did I put it? Oh, an error in the 4th, excuse me. But still 2 errors for the Rangers here tonight. They also leave 7 runners on base. But obviously the difference maker here tonight, the 13-run bottom of the 6th for Iberia. They send 17 batters to the plate. Start with the number 9 hitter, Brady Blankenship. He gets on base. 8 hits later, 13 runs later, you've got yourself an 8-run lead. Almost gave it up there. Saw it, believe that lead chopped in half in the top of the 7th, but ultimately pitcher Chris Shreve able to get it done and gets the outs he needs to pick up the victory. So the winning pitcher in this one, do believe that was Riley McComb for the Rangers. He was the one in charge in that top of the 6th. And of course, after 13 runs, they were able to take the lead. So I do believe Riley McComb is your winning pitcher here today. Losing pitcher, I do believe that would be, it's either Hank Stratman or Isaiah Sullinger. Honestly, I did forget to mark where I marked that. So either way, Stratman and Sullinger, one of those 2 pitchers, the losing pitcher in tonight's ball game. Iberia, they improved to 4-0 on the campaign. Of course, they'll be back out here in a couple of days with a game against a traditionally tough St. Elizabeth squad. So that'll be a game to watch for sure. We will not carry that game for you, but I'll certainly be watching it from my studio back in Waynesville. And then, of course, Belle, meanwhile, they will advance to play New Haven. They will also be on the road here in a couple of days, but they are now 1-2 here on the season. So that'll do it for us here tonight, but don't forget our next broadcast, that comes up on Friday. It will be a Waynesville Tiger broadcast. We will wait and see what the Storms bring, so make sure you listen in, make sure that Waynesville does end up playing that game. Of course, they're usually pretty quick on the jump to let everyone know if the rain does affect the situation, but if the Storms kind of hold off, or maybe if they just don't come at all, fingers crossed, we'll have Waynesville and Sullivan on Friday at 5 o'clock. But that'll really truly do it for us here tonight. Of course, for Dan back in the studio, I am Connor Harbin. A ball game that takes 2 hours and 45 minutes to complete here tonight, but it does end in an Iberia Rangers victory, 18-14. Until next time, you've been listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on 97.9 The Source. Good night, everybody. Be good people.
You've been listening to Frisco League Baseball here on 97.9 FM. Our game has been brought to you by the Bank of Crocker, Memorial Chapels of Waynesville, St. Robert, and Morris Ford, Security Banks of Pulaski County, Seeger Toyota, Phelps Health, Air Serve Heating and Air, the Bank of Iberia, Lowe's Chevrolet in the Marys County Bank, along with Shelter Insurance agents John Gregory in Crocker and Dave Hollett in Richland. That's it for this time. Until next time, have a great evening.